Do you feel like you're stuck? Do you feel like you're not really getting anywhere financially, mentally? So I recently shared in my newsletter some end of year learnings, things that I've spent a lot of time sort of focusing on, things that I spent sort of time thinking about. Subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already. I wanted to talk about some of those and how they can help you get ahead in life. Consistency over everything. So I used to think that you had to be super smart, that you had to be super gifted to sort of achieve anything in life, to achieve anything great basically. I've learned that is completely the opposite. That is just an absolute load of rubbish. I found the most important thing is just to consistently show up and consistently put the effort in. Spending 30 minutes every day learning a new skill for maybe 6 to 12 months will put you ahead of so many other people. It's that consistent sort of just showing up, consistent improving that scales incredibly well. The most smarter, the most gifted people can't even beat that. They won't be able to beat that. They might be able to beat it in a shorter time frame. Maybe they're just naturally gifted at a certain skill. But as long as you're consistent with it, as long as you keep at it, you will beat most other people. It's that consistency, just always doing it, always applying yourself. No one can really beat that. Like, I've just found from my own personal experience, that is so powerful. Discipline over motivation. So it's actually really easy to get motivated. Maybe you watch a video online, maybe you read a book, maybe listen to some music. These can all provide great amounts of motivation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Motivation is a really good way to kickstart things. But what's even more important is having the discipline to actually get stuff done, to get shit done, because you can be motivated to do something for maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe a month, something like that. But if you have the discipline to keep at it for 6 months, for 12 months, for years, that is where you're just going to put yourself ahead of so many other people. Discipline is a hard one to master, but if you get it right, you can do things that you didn't even know were possible. Nothing worth having comes easy. Like anything in life, people assign values to, it could be anything. It could be a designer pair of shoes, it could be a relationship, it could be a car or something like that. It could be mental health, it could be physical health. There are so many different things that people value in life. All of these things have some sort of value. Now, the reason why they have value is because they're desired. People want those things. And the reason why it's not easy to acquire these things is because it either takes money, which you have to earn, which you have to get from somewhere, or it takes time, like going to the gym, consistently showing up in the gym. That takes time to get in shape, to get in good health. This has been a big one for me in the last year when I look at my goals, when I look at what I'm trying to achieve. To achieve great things, first you have to go through the pain, the sort of suffering to get there in the first place. Because if there was no pain or suffering, if there was no hard work in getting that thing, then it wouldn't be worth anything. That's the whole point. That means doing stuff you don't like. Most people are just happy to stay in their comfort zone. They're not really willing to sort of put in the work, to go through that suffering, to go through that pain to achieve something great. And again, if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to do the stuff that other people aren't willing to do, you're really going to put yourself ahead. Create more than you consume. So this is one I've actually been struggling with myself, and something that I've realized I need to put more effort into, because it's a big one that can really help you sort of achieve more things really. Because we're constantly shown content online, things like on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, TV shows, movies, all these different things. These are all things we're constantly fed, articles, tweets, just all sorts of stuff. We're constantly fed these things. We're constantly sort of in this place of consuming stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that at the same time. Like, there's definitely nothing wrong with consuming stuff. It's how you learn. It's how you get inspired. It's how you get motivated. It's how you see things and you want to achieve them. There's nothing wrong with that. I think the problem is when it becomes an unhealthy amount. Like anything, well, I say like anything, like most things in life, when you consume or do a lot of it, it can become unhealthy. And I found that it's important to have a good balance. So what I try and do is I have my sort of consuming side of things and creating side of things, and I try to have them 50-50. So as much as I'm consuming is the same amount as I want to create. And I found that's just a really good way for me to sort of apply things that I'm learning, apply things that I'm seeing, that I'm consuming into my everyday life. So for example, I love making YouTube videos, right? I have a tech channel where I make reviews of tech products and stuff. But at the same time, I sort of like to make them almost like mini movies where I shoot B-roll, nice shots and stuff like that. These are all inspired from watching TV shows, from watching movies, from watching other YouTube videos. So it's me taking that thing that I've consumed and applying it in the real world. And I feel like you can do this with so many different things. You can learn, for example, I don't know, how to make some sort of pottery or something. I don't know, I'm just thinking of something out of nowhere. You can consume that. And then if you can apply that in real life, if you can actually create something off of what you've learned, I think that's amazing. I think that's what we should be doing more of, because I don't think people create enough. Like I said, I feel like we're just constantly fed stuff, constantly consuming stuff. Being able to create stuff is just a good way to apply skills that you're sort of learning, you're sort of seeing when you're consuming things. Delayed gratification. So I think personally, this is by far the biggest and most important skill that you can learn that will put you ahead. Humans are naturally designed for instant gratification. I feel like, if you go back millions of years, we're just looking for that next meal. We're looking for that next thing just to survive. Obviously, we've come a long way since then as a species, as the human race. But it still applies, I feel like, in daily life, because you can pick up your phone from the comfort of your own sofa and you can do so many different things for instant gratification. You can order any type of meal that you like. You can order a new pair of shoes. You can order some new clothing. You can easily open an app like TikTok and start browsing just to be instantly entertained. All of these things are instant gratification, just quick ways to sort of gratify ourselves and make ourselves happy. But delayed gratification is what will put you ahead. Delayed gratification is the act of not looking for that instant gratification and just waiting for a bigger reward at the end, waiting for a more meaningful reward at the end. So for example, going to the gym for one day, you're not going to see any results going for one day. Like that's just not how it works. Going to the gym for 2, 3, 4, 5 years over a long period of time and seeing where you started to where you are after a few years, that is delayed gratification, because that can't be just earned overnight. That is years of hard work, years of going to the gym, years of consistently showing up to achieve a healthy body, to achieve a fit body, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. It also applies to learning a new skill. You can't just learn a new skill for an hour and expect to be an expert in it. It's going to take time. It's going to take hours of putting the effort in and learning it. Same with saving money. Saving a few $100s a month might not seem like much at the beginning. You'll see your account slowly going up, but over years, over 5 to 10 years, maybe you put it into a stock portfolio or something like that, you can have a huge reward at the end. You can have a much larger pile right at the end. That is delayed gratification, and that can lead to so many big rewards, so many big goals, so many big achievements that you just otherwise can't achieve. I found it can also give you time to think something through carefully, so you're not made or not sort of forced to make a decision right there and then. So yeah, delayed gratification, it's definitely helped me achieve so many different things in life that I just wouldn't be able to achieve before, and I've been applying it, I think, since my late teens, early 20s, and yeah, it's just been so worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more. Actually, before I go, let me know if you guys like these types of videos, because they're not exactly finance related. They're more sort of lifestyle, personal development related. Because I do like trying out different topics, seeing what people like. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I've just said that because I've just said, yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear what other people have to say.